Hello, and welcome to Copyright and You, What You Need to Know. Today we will be discussing copyright law and the things that you can and cannot do with copyrighted material. What is copyright? Copyright is the legal rights to an original work that protects the creator from plagiarism of their work. Copying is illegal. Laws carry a high fine for intentionally taking credit for someone else's work. Plagiarism is when an author presents the work of another as if it were their own. Why is copyright important? Think about an original work you have created. Would you want someone else to take the credit for your hard work? Of course not. That's why copyright is important. Copyright laws are necessary to protect the creator of a work and allows them to be the only one credited for that work. Copyright law and fair use. Small parts of a work may be used for teaching purposes when properly cited to include the original creator of a work. Fair use provides copyright exceptions for teachers and students. There are 4 basic criteria for fair use. The purpose and character of the use, such as educational versus commercial. The nature of the copyrighted material, such as if the work is intended for educational use and using part of the work will affect sales of the educational material. The amount of the portion used in relation to the entire copyrighted work. The effect of the use, including potential market and value of the material. Citing written sources for projects and presentations. Always consider copyright for information you retrieve from the web. All materials are copyrighted unless it says otherwise. Unless otherwise stated, all material is copyrighted. Be sure to cite your sources for any material you choose to use to give credit to the original creator. Citing photographs or clip art for presentations. Photographs and clip art can be used with permission from the original creator. Always cite the original creator of the photograph or clip art. Again, any material found on the internet is under copyright law unless specifically stated otherwise. Adding a website to your presentation. Always link to a website page instead of specific information within that page. Linking to another website is not considered breaking copyright law. Be sure to inform your users that you are linking to an outside website and not your own. Video and audio. Downloading or file sharing video and audio is against copyright law. You cannot record cable services without permission. You cannot alter the original content. You cannot exclude copyright notice. You cannot record for use. You cannot keep any copies longer than 45 days. You can, as a teacher, request that the librarian record a program. You can use the recording once per class within the 45-day period. Professional staff can view the material within the 45-day period. You can use part of the material for instruction. You can get permission of the copyright holder to continue to use the material beyond the 45-day period. Using software. Copyright law states that you cannot make multiple copies of a copyrighted program. You cannot make additional copies. You cannot make copies to sell, loan, transmit, or give away. You cannot make multiple copies even for educational use. You cannot put a copy on a network. And you cannot duplicate copyrighted software. You are permitted to make one backup copy, install one copy onto a computer hard drive, add features, and adapt copyrighted material for your needs. Changing formats. The original creator of a copyrighted material is the only one with permission to change the format. Changing copyrighted material to digital formats is against copyright law. Making copies. Downloading an article from a website and making copies for students is okay under current photocopying guidelines. An exception would be articles from a source considered educational, such as Scholastic Magazine. Posting on school websites. You cannot post student work on a school website without the permission of the student who created it and their parent. Length and scope of copyright. Copyright laws protect the entirety of a work for a specific length of time. For an individual creator, copyright continues for 70 years after death. Works made for hire have a term of 100 years from the year of creation or 75 years from the date of publication, whichever comes first. Prior to January 1978, works are protected for 28 years and can then have their copyright renewed for 75 years from the original copyright date. seeking permissions. When seeking permission to use copyrighted material, be specific. Give page numbers and exact amounts of material you want to use. State how and where you will use it and the number of copies you intend to make. Fees can be negotiable. Remember to ask if the fee can be lowered if it's not within your budget. Notify the publisher if you change your mind about using the material. Otherwise, you might have to pay a fee that you do not owe. Keep copies of all your correspondence. Anything relevant to seeking permission may be needed if there are questions about your use of copyrighted material. Copyright laws. Copyright laws protect everyone that creates material. Without copyright, creators would not get credit for their work. When in doubt about copyright, always ask permission.